All right. Welcome, everyone, to the Iron Ridge Collective. Today is Tuesday, April 1st, and we're not pulling a prank on you. We are all here and welcoming you to the Iron Ridge Collective, those of you who come live or those of you who are watching a little bit later to get the information. All four schools and some special guests will be presenting with us for us today. So we'll just hop right into it. And as always, we record these and the person speaking is the one visible, but everybody else is kind of in the shadows until it's their turn. We will, like I said, have all of our schools presenting today, and we have the executive director of Wolf Creek Blackfalds Boys and Girls Club with us today. We will start, as always, with Iron Ridge in Elementary with Vicki Celine and Caitlin Physick.
Hello, friends. We're glad you're all here. We've had a great month and even had 1 week off in there. So I don't know how we got all of this accomplished, but we started our Big Brother and Big Sister program with Iron Ridge Senior Campus, and they have 11 students that come over here as mentors and are matched with our students. So that's very exciting to have that going on. They come once a week on Thursdays. Our elder program named themselves, and so they're called the Bear Clan, and we're working on t-shirts for them, so that's exciting. And they meet on Thursdays to learn all about Indigenous culture and get support from Amanda, our Indigenous Education Learning Support Coach. So she's here 2 weeks out of the month, and then our social worker does the other two, and then she often brings in a guest speaker of some kind. We've had a Métis guest speaker a couple of times, so that's been good. In March, we had some very successful activities going on. If you haven't seen it before, the grade 1 Three Piggy Opera is always a huge success. We had St. Patrick's Day and a lot of green going on around here, a sock hop dance, breakfast with the Bulldogs. We practiced a hold and secure, and we are celebrating that we have 95 responses on our parent survey, and we were able to award a $25 gift card to one of our parents. We have a celebration of learning coming up with the Scholastic Book Fair on April 29th and May 1st. So the parents come in, the kids take them around to different stations in the classroom to show all of their learning and what's been happening. There's usually also a station in the gym and the music room. So it's a full night of activities and great sharing of learning. And then we have the Blackfalds Schools ICE parent presentation coming up at IRIC at the intermediate campus on April 15th at 6 o'clock.
Fantastic. I want to say that we inspired the fact that the elder program names, because we started with the Eagle Crew, and I've been seeing some of the other schools have really cool names for their groups. So thank you so much, Vicki, for all of those updates from the elementary, and it's really nice to see lots going on there. Next is the intermediate campus with the principal, Lacey Elliott.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. We also had a busy March, and one of the things I want to celebrate now, we don't have 95 like the elementary school. Here, I thought we were going to be the ones with the most, but 47 parents have filled out our assurance measures survey, which is record-breaking for us. The most I think I've ever seen in 6 years is 15. So last year we only had 8. So thank you so much. I know that those repeated texts and emails were a lot, but we certainly appreciate you taking a few minutes and giving us this valuable feedback and data to work with as we head into spring planning season, which is well underway. So thank you again. In March, we ran some literacy activities. We had a literacy bingo. We had some guest readers. We had March Mathness with ST Math. We had a bunch of dress-up days, crazy days, Mrs. O'Neill and her colored dress-up days. But we wanted to just send a special shout out to all of the parents that came in and volunteered to read in classrooms. It's so nice to have you here, and it was just an absolute blast to have you be part of your kids' day. So we hope that you enjoyed that as much as we enjoyed having you here. We do have an upcoming parent survey for all parents. The last survey that went out was for all grade 4 parents. And now we've got another one coming out here in the next month or two for the rest of you. And it just is more of a It's similar to the survey that the government asks us to have you do in grade 4, but it's just a chance for everybody to give feedback because we know that we just need it from all grades. So it's representative of everybody in our school. So watch your emails. You'll be getting some information about that coming soon. We are doing our celebration of learning next week on April 8th and 10th. It starts at 3:30 both days. On the 8th, we go till 6:30, and on the 10th, we go until 6 o'clock. So you don't need an appointment. Just drop in whenever makes sense for you and your family. We know that's a busy time of day, so bring the kids along if you need to. Teachers will have some student-led activities in their classrooms for your kids to walk you through, just to showcase their skills that they've been building all year long. While you're here, make sure that you make a swing through the library. We have the book fair running, always a favorite for the kids. So drop in there and see what there is to see. I know Mrs. Karras has been really busy setting that up this week, and the kids have been watching book trailers and looking at the magazines and the flyers. So you probably already have kids with a big wish list for you. And yeah, you're welcome for that. I will reference also our ICE presentation, April 15th. I know we'll speak a little bit more about that later, but we really would love to see a good representation of our parents there. And I know that others, and Carol will certainly speak to this later as well. So that's the 15th at 6 o'clock here at IRIC. Spring pictures are coming up, so your kids can be glamour ready for April 17th. We'll have our Life Touch people here doing spring photos if that's something that you are interested in. Beach Day is coming up April 25th, because it wouldn't be a month at IRIC without some kind of crazy dress up day. So your kids can find some beachy gear. We request no bikinis, please. School appropriate beach attire only. And you can expect some more information from Mrs. JB coming soon about the upcoming grade 6 camp, which is always everybody's favorite thing this time of year. So June 3rd to 5th is when we have that slated to go. And I know that our team here is really excited about that. So we will get more information out to you in the next month or two.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mrs. Elliott. And yes, we've been running canteens to fundraise to help with grade 6 camp. And I realized today that there was an error in the last weekly update. I had listed April 1st as a canteen day. So I think I April Fool's myself. So I had to clarify that our next canteen days in April, we'll just do it the 4th and the 25th. So great fundraisers there for our upcoming camp days. So pretty exciting stuff. Thank you so much, Mrs. Elliott. Moving on to junior high.
Well, hello, everybody. Thank you. Nice to see some faces that have joined us today. Similar, it's always funny how similar our schools are, no matter what grades we are, similar times of the year. So yeah, we had a great month of March as well. Lots of fun things going on and lots of build up for spring break. Thank you also, on our behalf, for the parents that completed our Alberta Education Survey. I don't have the grand total. I didn't get time to check up on that today. So I hope I am as high as the intermediate or higher. Also, our badminton season is well underway. It's such a fast season. It always cracks me up because it's one of the favorites and it's one of the fastest and shortest. So we've got about 60 kids that are involved in that. So that's fantastic. That's kind of the maximum that we could get. Our band performance, I wanted to just highlight this. I didn't realize until recently that our band here at our junior campus is the last band standing for Wolf Creek in the schools. And so sadly, it's a program that hasn't been able to be sustainable in many places. And we give our absolute credit for that to Joyce Hollaboff, who is our band teacher and the music teacher also at the elementary campus. And so just before spring break, they attended the Lacombe Music Festival and had some really great feedback from the adjudicators there. Of course, they won a ribbon because they had no competition, but it was great for them to get to go and hit the road and perform with an audience outside of our school. So we're very, very proud of them. We also had our 9th annual talent show the day before spring break. This is always a really exciting time for our school and getting to see the fantastic talent of our students. And this year, man, we had a great range of talent being shown. We have an art show for students that would just like to show off their artistic skills. We had some students that had done some things on video so that they could show the video of them dancing or ribbon dancing and that kind of thing. And another student who was showing off his mad skills with the Rubik's Cube and had that sort of up there on the screen for all the kids to watch these great skills. So, and then of course there's always some great singing, and we even had a comedian and his puppet this year. So it was an awesome show. And then also, yeah, just like many of the other schools, our student leadership group brought us some great fun spirit days. The staff actually did an underground spirit week the days leading up to spring break. And it took the kids till about Wednesday to realize something fishy was going on each day. So it was a fun way to kind of get staff pumped up and doing something behind the kids' backs for a change. And I was going to say too, Carol, you brought up that it was April Fool's today. We had one of the best April Fools on our announcements to the kids today, a big important announcement that the board and the superintendents had reviewed our video surveillance and added up all the minutes of kids that are out of class during class time, and we were in big trouble. So we were starting today that kids could not be out of class unless they had a permission form from parents and teachers signed. And if they were caught, we had hallway officers that had stop signs and whistles, and they would be catching them and giving them an hour detention every day after school for a week. And so some kids caught on, but it was hilarious how many kids were a little miffed with me today because they thought it was real. So we pulled that one off pretty well for them. Anyways, upcoming here for our school, it's going to be a fast month with lots going on like everybody else. We were really happy today that we began our social emotional lessons in all of our classes. So that will be taking place through the month of April. We also are excited. It's hard to believe we're talking the end of the year things coming up, but our final hot lunches were available starting today. So if you want to take advantage of that, get onto your portal to get those ordered. We also have on April, I actually think I have a typo here. I think it's actually April 9th. I'll have to fix that. Hats and hot dogs for Kids with Cancer Society. And so kids can bring a toonie and wear their hat and have hot dogs for lunch. And all of that will go to our Kids with Cancer fundraiser. We sadly, we have one of our students that was recently diagnosed with pretty serious bone cancer and is undergoing treatment. And so that's really inspired a lot of care and kindness in our school. And so this is all going to be going because of him. So we're really proud of our kids for the care and kindness and compassion that they've been showing. April 16th, we've got our final parent-teacher interviews. And so those, the appointment booking just opened up today. So hop on there. We only have the one evening at this time of the year, so from 3:30 to 6:30. So please make sure to take a minute and book an appointment. Those are either in person or on the phone, so whatever works best for parents. This is a really important time of the year to be connecting when we still have a few months left in the year to address any deficiencies or any problems that might be going on. We also are ready to get going with our last round of options. So students will be registering next week for their final option, so Q4 options, which will then begin on April 22nd. Our homepage will have all the information that should be posted by the end of today, so parents and kids can start checking that out. And we're also really excited. April 24th, we are doing our first ever Grade 7 Heritage Fair. I know other schools do this around the province. It's a very popular event for grade 7 students. It's just a chance to really, kids do research projects, to do anything to do with Canada and our heritage or our history, something that interests them. So it's awesome that the kids get to really dig deep into something that is a passion for them or something they're curious about. And then they put together a presentation that will be judged in our gym on that date between 3 and 5. And so that'll be an open event for our parents and families to come and check out. And it's a kind of a special time right now that we're gearing up for our first Heritage Fair at a time when we're all feeling very patriotic as well. So we're looking forward to see what comes out of that. And I have the information there for April 15th. It's been said already. I won't repeat it, but yeah, looking forward to that special presentation with the ICE unit on April 15th.
Fantastic. So many great things going on. And I have to brag also, we did have a group, a singing group, not a band, go to the music festival, and they too came in first in their category. They were the only group in their category. So it was pretty cool, though. It's nice that they get to perform for others. All right, off to the secondary campus with Ed Coles and Kaylee Bowie.
Yeah, so a couple of highlights. We had our student Cole came first place in the regional skills competition, which is a big deal for cabinetry. Our school reach team earned a spot at provincials coming up April 12th. We had wellness flex before spring break, so students could choose from a bunch of different activities to promote wellness instead of making them study like we normally do. This past Monday, we had Bison Bingo, where students could, if they won the bingo, they had the choice to either pie myself, Mrs. Bowie, or a couple of teachers, or else they got a gift card. And so surprisingly, the majority of kids grabbed the gift cards, and only Mr. McQuay got pied this time. It's fun. Currently, we have 10 students enrolled in dual credit courses. We also have a camp with Eagle Builders coming up next week, where we have a group of students who are going to be going and shadowing for 5 days and learning more about what happens at Eagle Builders. And of course, we have our leadership team and some other students nominated for Youth Recognition Night. I noticed on our upcoming dates, we missed one, but we have a football open house April 10th, 5:30 p.m. at IRSC. I know it's a big deal in our community, so keep an eye out for that. I'll let Mrs. Bowie take the rest.
April is shaping up to be a pretty busy month for us here as well. So next Monday, we have the ELA Post-Secondary Fair. We've got about 20 post-secondary institutions coming to spend the afternoon in our gym, and our grade 10 and 11 students will have an opportunity to go check out those booths and get some information. Next Friday on the PD day, we have a ski trip going to Nikiska. I think we're taking about close to 30 students there on that trip. Our parent-teacher interviews are April 17th, so the link has gone out to parents to sign up for their time slots. And April 17th is also the last day of our quarter 3, so our grade 9s will start their quarter 4 options on April 22nd, I think same as the junior campus. We have some fan favorites like foods and woods being offered again, but we have 5 new options this round. So we're offering creative aesthetics, leatherwork, genius hour, travel and tourism. And we're also starting an elementary work experience in partnership with IREC. So that was one of our most popular options. And we're excited to work with the elementary campus to pair some of our great grade 9 leaders with some classrooms and supporting the students there. And then our tentative date for our next school council meeting is Monday, April 28th at 7 p.m. Everybody is welcome to attend. And then in athletics there, our grade 9 boys came home with silver for basketballs. That was pretty exciting. We've got a really strong team looking ahead to next year, and badminton has started for us as well. And track and fields, until all the snow is gone, has also started practicing indoors. So lots going on here for us.
Fantastic. It's so cool to see all the new traditions being established by the high school, like your first ever everything. So that's awesome. Love seeing all of the cool stuff happening and the new programs and all of the traditions being established. So fantastic. Thank you so much. And today our special guest is Beth with the Boys and Girls Club of Blackfalds. So Beth, take it away.
Awesome. Well, thank you for having me. We're really excited to be able to offer our summer camp in Blackfalds for the first time ever, coming up in July and August. So it's been a great year so far with our first year in Blackfalds. We've loved being up at the high school and enjoying the space there. Just had a really great spring break program that ran full day programs there. So as we look now to the summer, registration opens April 7th. And we're excited to be able to present this, as it is that we know of, it is the only summer day camp in Blackfalds that offers subsidy for families. So government provided subsidy for families who cannot afford. And we do charge a fee based on what parents are able to get through subsidy. And then we help them out as best we can apart from that. So we will be getting out some information to the schools on their websites and newsletters to send out to families. We would ask that you be looking also to our Facebook page, as the information will be coming out on there after April 7th and leading up to it. There's a countdown as well. Any information, just reach out to us, to give us a call. The number's on the poster there, and we can help you get registered. We anticipate it will be widely accepted and needed, so that it would fill pretty quickly. Lots of field trips, lots of different things going on. So we're excited. We can take, I believe, up to 45 kids a day this summer. So we're hoping that that does alleviate some of the stress in Blackfalds for childcare during those summer days. So thank you very much.
Fantastic. So 45 kids a day, they can sign up for whichever days they want.
Yeah.
And what's the age range? Just so we have all
sorry, yeah. So it's grade 1 to 6. So any child who has completed kindergarten, they cannot be going into kindergarten, but they have to have completed kindergarten and right up to grade 6.
Okay, so kids that completed grade 6.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an iffy one, but if they're interested, we definitely look into it for them. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, awesome. So that's so great. Lots of good programming there. I know the Abbey Center, they'll be talking with us next month. They also have some great programming, but I'm so glad that you're able to hop in here, especially the registration opens April 7th. So that's really soon. So people really start thinking about what's going on this summer and what's going on in the community. So fantastic ways to keep our kids busy. So fantastic.
I'll just jump in here real quick and just give a kudos to Beth and her team. I recently sent my youngest son, who is in grade 1, to some of their spring break day camps in Lacombe, and he had an absolute blast. So parents, if you're on the fence about it, just know that the staff is highly skilled. They will keep them busy. They will come home tired, and they will be looking forward to the next time they get to go to BGC. It's like a fan favorite in my house, and really grateful to Beth and her team for what they do.
Thanks, Lisa.
Fantastic. Well, you've also heard many of us talking about this online safety presentation, and the reason we're so passionate about it is because the online world can be scary and it's always changing. Apps are always changing. The way that kids interact with people online is always changing. And I have found as a parent, it's tough to know what's current, what's new, to keep up with everything. And a lot of the information you get is often from outside. It's from the US or from bigger cities. And when administrators had been had the opportunity to receive a presentation from the Internet Child Exploitation team, we were really floored by the stories they were telling about things that are happening in Alberta, in our communities. So we really, really want to encourage parents, invite your friends. We're promoting this in every direction. This is very important, how to keep your kids safe. It's important for all of us to learn. Those of us that are working with students, we're offering some child minding, some child care for kids 3 years and up. We're offering refreshments April 15 at 6 p.m. in our building, so the intermediate campus. Anything I'm missing, folks? Those of you that have been, all of you have been promoting this and encouraging parents to come. Anything to add?
I think the biggest thing I want to just make sure that parents know, this is any parent in Blackfalds, no matter what school, what age their kids are, even if, this is to all parents and all community members. So it's a wide open community event.
Yeah, so homeschool, Catholic school, Wolf Creek schools, whomever. We want to encourage you to come, and the goal is to help you protect your kids, help inform you so that kids can be protected for sure. All right. I believe that's it for today. We have only 2 more Iron Ridge collectives for the year. So May 6th, so again, it's always the first Tuesday of every month. So May 6th, we'll have some guests as well talking about summer programming. Maybe even I see Mayor Hoover is here, so perhaps he can share stuff that's coming up this summer, and Blackfalds Days will be coming up at that point. So hopefully he can share with us a little bit. Unless you had something to share today, or maybe you were just listening in to kind of stay in touch with what's going on with the schools. But we have 2 left, May 6th and June 3rd.
I do have a couple of things that I can add that are upcoming.
Perfect.
So upcoming this week, this coming Saturday, April 5th, is the family Easter event at our community center. So I think we have 2 different groups that you can register with FCSS. It's always a fun event. I always like to work and volunteer at that one. So I hope to see a lot of your families at that event. April 17th, the Best of Blackfalds, the Volunteer Awards. And then upcoming on May 1st, as Ed had mentioned, the Youth Recognition Awards will be upcoming. And I know that there's nominations from every school in the community. So look forward to seeing a lot of the families there. Starting on April 21st, for 2 weeks, we'll be Cleanup Blackfalds. So people that are interested in taking part in that can contact the volunteer coordinator for the town, and they can get assigned an area in the community to help pick up garbage, and we'll provide cleanup kits for that. And it plays a big role in cleaning up our community, having volunteers taking part in that. Something I enjoy doing. It feels good to clean up all the things that gather in our woods and our grassing areas around the community. Something specific to the elementary school, I think with the Bulldogs season ending, they would normally take part in a breakfast at the elementary campus, and I was asked to take part. So this upcoming Thursday, I'll be serving breakfast to the students. So I look forward to doing that. It'll be the first time that I've taken part in anything at the elementary campus. And then the town will be reaching out to the schools in the coming few weeks, because we've had a Treaty 6 Land Acknowledgement Committee that's working on our reconciliation efforts and our land acknowledgement. We've connected with elders in the area, and the next step would be to connect with youth, and particularly youth in the community or Wolf Creek Public Schools that have Indigenous connections. We'd love to get some input on our land acknowledgement. Just in terms of town operations, street sweeping, you're going to notice is ongoing. So I know there's a lot more kids out on their bikes and scooters, and it's still pretty gravelly and sandy out there, and we want to clean that up to make it safer for all those families. And then once the streets are dry, there'll be some more overlay and asphalt and sidewalk painting that'll happen, particularly on the young in front of the junior campus and the secondary campus, where they paved last year and they weren't able to complete that final coating. So you'll see some equipment out and about, but all of that's intended to make it safer and better use for all the students and families. So, and then for sure, I can next meeting I can come with some more information on what's coming. We did release the program guide for spring and summer. So if anybody's interested to know what's going to happen in terms of programming, camps, fitness classes, even Blackfalds days, what's upcoming for that, can pick up a program guide at most of our facilities, Abbey Center being the major one, or the community center. And it's also available online.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. Lots going on in the community to keep families and kids healthy, happy, busy. That's fantastic. Thank you to this team for coming together. We always try to keep it nice and short to give out the information, and we share the recording with parents in order to keep everyone informed. So I think that's it for today. I will stop the recording, and we'll see you again on May 6th for the next Iron Ridge Collective.
Thanks, everybody.